Hi, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Today I am going to use these bamboo pallets and or cutter time or one of their hug stamp set to make a card like this. I made 3 cards with the same background. Just want to give you an idea. The same stamps with different kind of techniques turn out totally different kind of looking. So the first one, I just did the gold embossing with the heat gun, and I kind of put a warm color like a reddish color. And then the second one, I use black embossing powder and kind of created some kind of night vision view. And this one, I use green embossing powder, actually 2 different kind of green embossing powders, and make a dark background color. And I post these on the website on my Facebook page, and looks like the people want to know how to make this card. So today I'm going to show you how to make this card, and I'm going to show you some other pretty cool techniques. Let's start it. Okay, the material list, we are going to use a Local King's marker set to color the pandas, and the Versamark black embossing powders, and I use these mica colors. I apologize for my cover is kind of dirty. So the mica color is kind of like a watercolor, but it work well on the dark color cardstock. So after a while, if you don't use it, those paint they will dry. So before you use it, this is a great tips for you. You are going to just use spray, kind of wetting your paint, and let them sit for like a half hour, and they will be ready to use. So this is a Local King Rubber Stamps, a brand new tool. They are coming soon, and we're in the final stage to make a prototype for the bases. If you haven't got a chance to take a look at what is this magic washroom, make sure you go to our website. And I think just about this afternoon, I am going to post. I'm going to update it. We have received our prototype for this foundation. It's going to made with acrylic, and we are offered the first 100 set will get free shipping and the 2 holding bases for only $39.99. We are almost reach our 100 sets order. So you haven't order, reserve yours. You don't have to make any payment yet. All you have to do is go to the website and click send me an email with your name and shipping address and phone number. We will reserve you one. And as soon as when we officially list this item on our website, we will send you the invoice. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, and it's kind of we're going to use the black embossing powder, and I don't know, can you see or not on the bottom? It kind of have some gold dots here. So this one doesn't really show well. I use Brilliant Impact Reinker. It doesn't really show well, so that's why I changed to this one. This one is is a mica color, and if you have a twinkling H2O ink, they will work just fine. Just check your local scrapbooking or rubber stamp supply store, and or do some research. Try to find that watercolor work well on the dark cardstock, and then that's how I can create these golden dots. You look like a fireflies in the dark. Okay, so first we are going to use these bamboo pallets background stamp, and we are going to use the watercolor cardstock. I just find out watercolor cardstock, they hold the color better because we are going to blending directly on top. They are nice and thick. So we're going to use the Versamark, and we are going to give a nice tap. Okay. When you use dye-based impact, you usually see during the demo, I just rubbing the surface except Versamark and the pigment impact. Pigment impact, you have to really give nice tapping, and the Versamark rubbing is not good way to ink your background stamp. And then we are going to just put our color cardstock on top. So this color cardstock, the size is 3.85 by 5 points even, and we are going to just use our fingers kind of rub the background stamp. If you have a stamp positioner you like to stamp that way, that will work too. I just found out when you use dark, like big background stamp, this is the best way to ink your background stamp. And then I'm going to just put the black embossing powder and heat up. Okay, and then next we are going to use our magic mushroom to do the blending. So I have 6 colors here. The first one is number 10 dandelion and the number 703 pear tart, number 601 Bahama blue, number 500 grape jelly, number 800 rich coca, and the number 900 tuxedo black. You can use any kind of dye-based impact. Dye-based impact, they dry fast. You can use pigment. Pigment, they just dry a little bit slow and it's kind of milky and creamy. So I found out the dye-based is easier to do the blending. Okay, so those are our magic mushroom. You can see every magic mushroom set, they come with 10 different mushrooms. They come with 10 different colors. They also come with 10 different individual containers. So they also come with 10 these individual containers. You can storage your mushrooms. When you don't use it, you just put it inside of these containers. And when you want to use it, you can put it on the holding basis. And for the first 100 order, if you reserve your set, you will get 2 free acrylic holding bases. So check our website for all the information. So you can put your mushrooms on the holding bases when you want to use it. It's easy. You just pick up the mushroom by the color code. So this one is yellow, have been used a lot. On the surface, it kind of look like yellow, right? When you don't really have to, I don't really clean it after I use it. So try to yellow stay with a yellow tone, and I kind of brush it a little bit on my scrap paper. It doesn't really have a color. If they get too dark, this is how you clean your mushrooms. You just use a chamois or like a wet cloth, kind of just squeeze the surface. Just like this. Don't try to brush it, try to squeeze just to pick up the extra color. And you are going to use Kleenex, kind of just absorb the extra ink or water. That's how you clean it. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, so we're going to start with the yellow color. We're going to just use the mushroom and pick up a yellow color. This time I'm going to put my paint at this corner. So I'm going to try to work a little bit more color on the right side corner. So you can do the blending. You can do a blending. We're going to do two different kind of technique. You can do the blending just here and there. You push a little bit harder, you get a little bit darker color. You release a little bit pressure, you will see the color is getting softer. Okay, and then we're going to use the not orange color, we are going to use the green. Okay, and then kind of just blending the color. Don't try to cover all your paper with yellow and try to spot by spot. If you color all your paper yellow and then you add the green on top of yellow, you will lose, you don't get like a light green. They kind of blending the color together. So kind of just find the spot. You find out when they blending like this yellow, this is green. When you blending it, they create a new color. Okay, so and then now I'm going to do a little bit blue. Just find the spot, and then remember when you use a darker color, just got to be very careful, especially the purple color. I tried a few times and I forgot. I accidentally pick up too much color, and then it become too dark. So see, this is a kind of dark purple. Is grape jelly is pretty dark. So just make sure you always apply a little bit. If it's not enough, you can add more. So far, this is what it look like with the 4 color, yellow, green, blue, and the purple. And now we are going to use the brown color. Pick up this rich coca and kind of just circle around. Make around a little bit darker. You can rotate your okay, and now we are going to even use the black. So rubber stamp is fun because this blending tool, every time after you blend it, all looks different. Look how different these two. Isn't that awesome? Okay, before we move to next step, we are going to use I use this shining, but you can use just a Clinic, kind of just a wipe off a little bit dirty color on top. Okay, this is the second one. I like to try color different directions, see what's it look like. Same thing, we're going to use the yellow magic mushroom. This time, instead of drawing a circle, I'm kind of just do like a up, down. To brush your color, kind of like a up, down. Okay, I'm going to change to green color. Brush, pick up some color. Direction, we go up and down, not drawing a circle. Okay, let's try the blue. Okay, and then when you apply color, something is very important. Because we're going to do up and down, not circling, right? So I always start from my scrap paper. So from the up and down, from the down and up. So that way you can see those kind of stroke. And always start from your scrap paper. If you start from on top of your cardstock, there is always have a star line. You will see an ugly spot over there. So try to start from your scrap paper. Okay, and we are going to add a little bit purple. Okay, remember purple again. The purple is kind of too dark, so we are going to just start a little bit. If it's not enough, we add more. Always like that. Because if it's not dark enough, we can add more. If you make it too dark, we cannot change it back. So far, I really like this strip looking. And we are going to do the black color. So, one direction. That's what it looks like. Let's do a little bit comparing. See? Exact the same technique, just different direction. It looks totally different. I think this is a very unique background. Let's move to the next step. Okay, so next we are going to add those gold splash. I call it fireflies in the dark. You can use copper, silver, gold color. They all work well. So let's use these color crest watercolor. They are exactly like a watercolor, but they work well on the dark cardstock, like dark navy blue, black. Okay, so we are going to use the gold color, and like I say in the beginning of this tutorial, I told you you are going to spray the paint half hour before you are going to use it, so that way they will be ready to use. And we are going to pick good amount of your gold color. Okay, just to make it like this. Okay, like this. Okay, and then when you pick up your brush, nothing drip. That means they are good to go. Okay, if they dripping, that means it's too thin and too too watery. Okay, and then you are going to use the other brush and then start tap. Just move around. You hit lighter is a smaller dot. You hit it harder is a bigger dots. That's Isn't that awesome? Okay, dots or background with fireflies. Okay, so before we move to the next step, we have to make sure those gold splash dots is completely dry before we do the next things. And then I think probably at least need 30 minutes to 1 hour. If you're in hurry, you can always heat up, but just let it set for a while and make sure it's completely dry. So we are going to this is our One Bear Hug is our 2019 new design, the combo set. In the 2019 new design, they always come with one stamp and the 2 die cut for only $24.99. It's actually a pretty good deal. And check our other tutorial because the one combo set you can come out with too many different kind of design. For example, this is exactly the card that done by this Panda combo set. What I did is I just colored it, but I lose this oval frame and then reposition the panda. It looks like make it look like it's really in the jungle. So there's a lot of things you can use this one to create a perfect shaker card. You can use this kind of combo set to create a window, anything you like. One combo set at least there's 10 different kind of ideas, and I have a post on my website. We have a great online DVD library. There's a 90 plus tutorial on top already. Make sure you check it out. For this card, I am going to use this cuddling time to do it. These stamps that come with both a detail stamp and the shadow stamp. The detail stamp have some kind of open area that you stamp with black color and you have to go inside to color in. The shadow stamp is you just color with markers because they are reversed. See, this is the detail stamp, they have an open area, and then the shadow stamp, they are completely flat, they are reversed. So when you use the shadow stamp, when you see the white outline, the outline is white, that means they are the shadow stamp. You just have to color them, you don't have to worry about the detail. See, this bamboo stamp is also the shadow stamp. On the shadow stamp, usually in our package, we write down S, that means they are reserved image, so it's a shadow stamp. And then I'm going to show you. So this card I use the detail, and this one I use the shadow. And then the shadow stamp is kind of like this, right? How did I make this corner exactly my background stamp? Because this card, I want to make that little panda is really inside of this bamboo jungle. So there is a trick, and I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so I'm going to just fast forward the coloring technique and the die cut technique. So if you have never see how we use your magic marker, just go to the website, check the magic marker tutorial. So we're going to use these 6 color, even though the panda is kind of black and white, but when you coloring your panda, give a little bit highlight, make it more interesting. So what I do is I just use the purple, darker brown, and the black. Okay, and we are going to use this guiding window, helping us to place our die cut the perfect spot. So that way we make sure our image is perfectly lined out. A lot of people will ask me why I have to create this guiding window, why your die cut is not like most of people's die cut just put on top. If you take a look at Local King's die cut and other people's die cut, you will find out other people's die cut, they don't have this hollow area, and then because they don't cut it between, and also after they cut, they will leave a big white gap. Local King's die cut is right next to the image. They cut it between, and also they do the embossing. Those hollow area is exactly like the stencil. If you put a piece of rubber, you can use this die cut as an embossing, as a stencil, so they can do the dry embossing. So that's different. Local King's die cut with other people's die cut. They are really unique. They are really detailed. They have some extra feature that you don't know. I am going to explain to you in this tutorial. Okay, so when you create this guiding window, you can use it again. You don't have to make a new guiding window every time when you use it. So, and then we are going to place this die cut. This time, we don't need the guiding window. We are just going to put on top of this background cardstock, and we are going to just run to the machine. Okay, so this is what look like after die cut. They have a piece like that, right? Okay, And then we're going to pick up this one, the one we color with markers. If you take a look in the back, you can see better there is a cutting line. So the cutting line, there is a little hinge still attached on your the piece. So when I put this piece back, it's like a puzzle, right? But how did I do this? So this is the piece that after I die cut it, don't put in the garbage. So now we're going to use this one, the one we color with the markers. You can use so the feature is there, there's a little hinge is attached on top, and this one you can make a very cute corner card. And what I'm going to do is I am going to just use this little body without the backing. So we are going to just let's turn the back. Okay, we are going to just doing like a puzzles. They will fit perfectly just like that. You can't even see the line. And now we are going to use the invisible tape. Yeah, going to tape it. Okay, so that. And then this hole, what we're going to do, we are going to do, you can just leave like that and mount on piece of color cardstock. That's kind of unique design too. Or what you can do is we're going to use this, the one we, the background after we die cut it. Same thing, just take a look the back of the card. We are going to pick up the backing like this. And then we are going to tape back so it's easier, you can see from the back. So use the backing, and we are going to use invisible tape, tape this little guy. Now, this little guy is really part of this bamboo jungle, isn't it? Okay, so that's what it looks like. Isn't that awesome? So I am a panda lover. I just love a panda. But if you don't like a panda, we also have this stamp size going around is a sloth. They are pretty popular too. And you can actually use this part to build up your own jungle. It doesn't have to be the bamboo. And we also have this bandit, is the raccoon one. You can use this one, just repeat few times, and then you can do the same technique just like that. So that's, I think, is awesome project. Give it a try. So thank you for watching today's tutorial. I hope you like it. And if you haven't got a chance to check our magic mushroom promotion, make sure you check our website. We have awesome deal, and this deal is almost expired soon. So check it out and reserve your set today. And we will be in Denver next week. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much. See you next time.